You try to schedule a kickoff meeting. 3 people are in different time zones, 2 have conflicting deep work blocks, and a shifting deadline just invalidated the only overlapping slot. You are playing a chaotic, unwinnable game of calendar Tetris. This bar chart shows the specific cost of that coordination. On average, professionals lose exactly 4.8 hours every single week to email back and forth, time zone calculations, and manual rescheduling. That represents more than half a workday drained by logistics, leaving you with a fraction of your weekly energy for high-impact work. By 2026, the scheduling landscape has evolved. We have moved past basic booking links into the era of agentic automation. This comparison shows the shift. On the left, a standard rigid visual grid. On the right, an active AI that processes natural language, evaluates priority, and makes autonomous decisions to rearrange your day when an urgent meeting drops in. However, the market is fractured. Choose between simple focus defenders, team schedule optimizers, holistic system integrators, or custom-coded agents. This creates massive analysis paralysis. Paying for an AI subscription will not fix a chaotic life. To reclaim those 4.8 hours, you have to match the tool's architectural logic to your specific tolerance for setup friction. We built this evaluation synthesis to map the 4 tiers of AI schedulers. The horizontal axis measures setup friction, while the vertical axis tracks workflow autonomy. Tier 1 is the focus defenders. Tools like Reclaim.ai or Trevor AI are the prime examples here. These require you to sync your calendars and rigidly define your working hours and habit routines. Once set up, the AI automatically blocks deep work time and dynamically shifts non-urgent tasks out of the way when high-priority meetings land. The trade-off is that your calendar will appear highly dense to colleagues, and it struggles to accommodate highly spontaneous or unstructured creative roles. Tier 2 is the team optimizers, where clockwise is the standard. This requires organization-wide adoption. You have to grant the AI read and write access to everyone's collective schedule. The AI analyzes the entire company network to move meetings tagged as flexible. This creates contiguous blocks of free time for the whole team simultaneously. To make this work, individual users must surrender control over exact meeting placement and rely on teammates accurately tagging their own entries. Tiers 1 and 2 solve meeting fragmentation, but they fail to manage the underlying project work you are supposed to do during that free time. Tier 3 is the holistic integrators, including platforms like Motion, Askrify, and Skywork. This demands a complete migration of your project management, task lists, and time tracking into their specific ecosystem. These tools follow a rigid rule. Every single task requires a strict estimated duration and a hard deadline for the AI to function. In return, you get minute-by-minute auto-scheduling that reshuffles your entire day based on shifting task priorities and real-time project data. The trade-off is a significant switching cost. If your company uses Jira, but you use Motion, these software silos will break the AI's logic. Tier 3 trades ultimate daily flexibility for a massive upfront data entry tax. Tier 4 is custom agentic workflows. These are built by technical users utilizing MCP, LLM tool calling, and custom APIs. MCP, or Model Context Protocol, is an open standard that lets AI models securely interact with local data and tools. This route leads to wide-ranging automation. A single conversational voice command can simultaneously read Slack, update a Notion database, and schedule a Google Calendar event. Reliability in these custom builds depends on strict system-theoretic design patterns. Without this architectural discipline, the agent's logic remains brittle. This diagram shows the core subsystems required. The central reasoning and world model is the agent's decision-making nucleus, protected within outer nested layers. The agent must process inputs through a perception layer before it is allowed to execute actions in the real world. This cognitive cycle validates data and handles errors. It utilizes patterns like the integrator to prevent hallucinations during the loop between perception and execution. This infrastructure requires constant maintenance. A single logic error or hallucination could send incorrect invites to a client or delete your project data. Tier 4 offers total workflow power, but only if you are willing to become a system administrator for your own life. For our final recommendation mapping, we have to ask the ultimate question: which system should you actually invest in? First, are you optimizing for a team or for yourself? If your primary friction is organizational meeting overlap, the immediate choice is a team optimizer like Clockwise. For solo professionals or small teams, the next node is simple. Are you willing to migrate your entire to-do list? If you need focus time protected but cannot migrate tasks, adopt Reclaim for the highest immediate return. If you are willing to migrate workflows, endure the setup pain of Motion or Askrify to achieve zero daily scheduling friction. The final node is for builders. Are you a developer needing to trigger actions across undocumented apps? Don't build custom agents for simple calendar math. Only invest in custom builds to trigger cascading events across niche software standard tools can't reach. The reality of the 2026 landscape is that success is 20% algorithmic power and 80% human data hygiene. You must treat an AI scheduling assistant exactly like a newly hired human employee. Establish clear operational boundaries upfront and commit to reviewing the schedule weekly to course-correct its logic. Never allow an AI to manage high-stakes client negotiations entirely unsupervised. Let the machine propose and optimize, but human judgment must remain the final filter.